Go, go.
Oh.
Mummy, can trees walk? Don't be foolish. Of course they can't.
I knew you'd come.
You a soothsayer?
It matters little who I am. Your escape, I made it possible. Previously, Yennefer, you found her thanks to me, so you feel you owe me.
Memento you gave me. Pretty effective reminder.
That is its purpose. Incidentally, I find it quite funny how even the most rotten scoundrels have this inner compunction to repay debts of gratitude. Humans, elves, dwarves, all races. You really must explain that to me one day. As for the here and now, tell me, how'd you manage with your theories?
You appeared out of nowhere, disappeared just as mysteriously, summoned a storm. Let me guess. You're a mage.
Oh, please, no. I cannot stand spells. Childish hocus pocus. It's just not interesting. What I find fascinating are true tales, true human lives, like the one I shall tell you now. It's about a man, worse than most. A vulgar, despicable man with a heart of stone. A man who refuses to pay his debts.
Really think this'll interest me? Any reason why?
He's wronged you as well. His name is ULTRAHD von Everec.
What did he do to you?
Before I reveal this, I'd like to make one thing very clear. ULTRAHD von Everec did willfully and maliciously conspire to cause you to kill a man who might have been cured. Had I not intervened, you would have lost your head for this. Do you know why he did it? Because he's a degenerate monster in human flesh who feeds on the pain and suffering of others.
Well, you clearly don't like him. What did he do to you?
He and I made a pact. A pact under which I called on my many talents and associates to give him what he desired. And now the time's come to pay. Yet, he shirks his obligation.
Need me to collect a debt? I'm not some hired muscle.
Muscle is not what this requires. It needs a soul intelligent and clever. An individual who fears no dare. Someone like you.
Pure flattery, that.
Of course it is. After all, I am a traveling merchant. But make no mistake, I've many interesting wares on offer.
Wares like?
Surfeit. Abundance for the body and soul. You will lack neither food nor drink. As a witcher, you might desire weapons supreme. I can offer you those you dreamt of. Your body, agile as never before. Your mind, faster than lightning. Romantic prowess to charm all womankind. above all, I offer a great, true adventure. An experience like no other, the fate of only the chosen few.
Sure sounds generous. And all that for my help with one small matter. Won't want anything else from me?
Just one. Honesty.
What did you do for Olgierd? Break him out of a cell too?
In some sense, yes. I remember that day quite well. It was a light drizzle, yet the cold tore right through you. Olgierd appeared at the break of dawn, gaunt as a rail, his shirt moth-eaten. Seemed to have naught but the sword at his side. It quite pained me to look at him. He asked for help, and help I gave. Made him a rich man, successful, esteemed. He is who he is today, thanks only to me. And yet afterwards, he turned his back, shunned me, sends me off when I dare ask for payment. Even sicked his hounds on me once. He's thus left me no option but to invoke the terms of our pact. And that is where you come in.
How much does he owe you?
Gentlemen don't discuss coin.
Need to know the details if you want me to get my hands dirty. How much? 1,000,000 crowns? 2 million?
I'm no usurer to lend coin for interest. No. What Olgierd owes me is far more personal than shiny things that clink. As much as I regret it, I can say no more. I must respect his privacy.
Know what? This business, it's between you two. Rather not get involved.
Before you decide, please hear me out. You shall see Olgierd as a vile man. Or, as they say in the West, a real son of a whore.
What about you? Call yourself a man of many talents? Can't you take care of this?
Therein lies the catch. Our pact states that before I can collect my due, I must yet fulfill 3 wishes for Von Everec. But I cannot fulfill them myself directly, making use instead of a... how shall I put it? A proxy.
So what you need's a sucker.
What I need is an ally. And something tells me I shall find none better than you.
What do you expect me to do?
To start with, join me in paying Von Everec a visit. Then, well, then we shall improvise. I believe, however, that all will end well. And once it does, we 3 shall meet and thank one another for the voyage we shared.
Right. Specifics now. Thought Olgierd had 3 wishes, requests, whatever.
He does. He may ask 3 things of us, yet we won't know what they are until we see him.
Fine. I'll go see Olgierd with you, but no promises.
That is all I ask.
Now remove the damn mark.
Naturally. Just as soon as you complete your task. Go. You will not regret it. We shall meet there. I've a matter to attend to along the way.
Another debt to collect?
Perhaps.
Don't you worry, Bertram. We shan't give you up.
Hey there, sir! A witcher, right? Wait!
Gone daft. Mixing a witcher into this.
So buckwheat
Witches
millet, they
come
said.
What's the problem?
Oh, nothing. On your way now, good man.
Shut it, Gotthard. He could help. Little Red's band means to attack the village. Want revenge on Bertram. We haven't much, but we're willing to pay if you defend us.
Sorry, you'll have to manage on your own.
Witcher, don't abandon us.
Let it rest, Egan. 'Twas clear from the start he'd not help. On your way, vagrant.
Might as well hassle you with your average non-human got do cock when they come.
Not a bad little band, eh, Witcher?
No stranger to the bottle, eh?
Well, look who's here. The Witcher with a stick up his ass. What's new? Got a growth on your platter there. You catch some kind of a theory pox?
Could say so. Manor's burning. You noticed?
That? All right. You know how it is. Feast drags on with plenty of dancing, merrymaking, rough play. We got a bit carried away, truth be told.
Plain to see. Where's Olgierd?
Damned if I know. Must be somewhere hereabouts.
No! Please! I beg you!
Shut your trap.
Let me go! Leave me be!
Shut it.
I ate with yous, drank with yous, fought beside yous, and you'd kill me now? I'm one of yous!
You might have been, but not no more you ain't.
What's he guilty of?
What the fuck's it to you? Not your concern, mate.
Whoa. Nerves a little raw? Why?
You deaf! Get the fuck out of here, freak!
All I want is to know what exactly is going on here.
Well, you're not gonna know. Sod off.
I'll leave soon as you tell me.
Aren't you a thorny prick up the arse? Ataman said to kill him!
Got your answer. Happy? Now piss off. We've work to do.
Wait. I know Olgierd wants him dead. Still don't know why, though.
Just what the fuck is it to you, anyhow?
Nothing really. Just curious.
Cocksucker violated our chivalric code. Just one penalty for that. Death.
What is this row? Are you not done with it? My ears wither from the screams. Ah, Geralt. As you've returned, might I assume you've cleared the sewers? Or have you not been there?
You killed my father!
Not I.
You lie! Whoreson!
That man killed him. Alone. Unbeknownst to me. Out of fury, for your father refused us hospitality. For this willful violation of the chivalry code, he was summarily executed himself. Anything else I might do for you? Take her away. Now, where were we?
Really necessary, that whole show?
Ah, show? Come now. A man must display some madness from time to time. Helps him feel alive. Dare say you know what I mean, judging by the mark on your face.
You're immortal?
Depends on your understanding of the term. Indeed, I cannot be killed. But it's not at all what folk imagine. Not dying does not mean eternally living your life to the full.
So it's a curse?
A curse? No, wouldn't call it that. I'll put it this way. You must be careful what you wish for, lest your wish be granted. For there are consequences.
Not sure I follow.
You know very little can hurt you. So you take wild risks, chase extreme sensations. There comes a point you've done it all, and all seems boring and monotonous. The trick's to plough through that moment. Go further. Reach beyond what's known as possible.
Know what this is?
I cannot be certain, but I've my suspicions. That's a dangerous man you've chosen to deal with, Witcher.
killed the beast in the sewers.
Congratulations are in order then. Your reward. You're also welcome to take what you wish from the manor house. If anything's left uncharred, that is. Was it a tough fight?
I sliced its gut open, and it turned into a man. You know that would happen?
Of course he did. He'd never have dragged you into this elsewise.
Gaunter or Dim? Come to cast aspersions?
No. I've come to collect a debt.
You know you first must...
Grant you 3 requests, by proxy. I present to you my champion, Geralt of Rivia.
That true? You know the Toad was a cursed prince?
He didn't just know. He brought about the curse himself. Did he not mention that bit? Well then, allow me to tell it. Quite the gripping story. Olgierd once loved a beautiful maiden named Iris. Yet, her parents chose to offer her hand to the Crown Prince of Ophir. Olgierd grew to hate the poor sot. At first, he wished to kill him. Then decided this would be too simple. So, instead, he condemned the prince to a base life in a toad's bloated corpus. Yet he grew bored of watching him suffer and decided to end it. By your hand.
Remind me, O Dim. Who was to fulfill my last 3 requests?
My assistant, Geralt.
Then be gone. I don't wish to look at your face any longer than I must. Come.
Where to?
The stables. My men are preparing to depart.
Could have told me the truth about the Toad, having a bit of fun at my expense.
I simply wanted the beast dead. I could not know you would respond to the notice. Pure coincidence. Yeah, I must admit, when you, a witcher, answered the call, I thought it right. It's what you lot are trained to do.
Might have been able to lift the curse.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. Then again, why bother?
He was a human being.
That bloody Ophiri mutt was no human. His kind does not deserve to live.
What he said about the prince, that true? You turn him into a toad?
Perhaps. Or perhaps the Ophiri Dauphin ate something that disagreed with him. You never know with their cuisine.
Never heard of food that turns men into monsters.
Then perhaps it was something he drank. I cast the curse. Revenge for a deep disappointment. I was another man then. Let rage get the better of me and hollered the words without ever thinking they could possibly come true.
This thing between you and Master Mirror, your quarrel, really rather not get involved.
You already are, I fear. He did something for you. Now you've a debt to repay. Am I right?
Yes.
Well, then you'll not free yourself of him till you've paid it back. But never worry. I shall devise tasks so impossible you will never complete them. Not if you go mad trying. But try your best, and your debt shall be absolved, while I shall live in peace until Master Mirror finds another aide-de-camp.
Guess I gotta pop the question directly. What do I need to do for you?
Let me think. We're currently without a roof over our heads. Perhaps we should start with that. Bring me the house of Maximilian Bossodi.
His house?
So surprised. But why? I must live somewhere, mustn't I? What's the meaning of this? Second leave of your senses? You mean to mount a filthy horse? Out of my sight, wretch! Know what Vladimir would do to you if he saw?
Aye. Vladimir.
My brother. There were times he himself stank like foot wrappings 3 days old, but his mount always looked fit for a parade. Oh, none rivaled Vladimir at feasting, carousing. Sadly, he's been celebrating less of late. You must find him, and show him the time of his life. My second request.
Fine, seems easy enough. And the third?
Complete those two, then we shall speak of the third.
Any hints? Where I should go, how I might start?
You must be mad. I've no intention to make things easier for you.
Once I'm done with those two, where will I find you?
I cannot know, as my band has planned some diversions. But let us say at the Alchemy Inn, in Oxenfurt.
Fine. See you there. The brother shouldn't be too hard. But the house? How am I supposed to bring him a house?
Actually, the opposite. I wouldn't worry about the house. The brother will be the tough bit.
Olgierd's brother. Why do you think he'll be tough?
I'm afraid he's dead. Has been for years.
Never agreed to necromancy.
Necromancy is hardly your only option for reviving a soul. An old-fashioned ritual, a blood summoning. That's what you need.
That's like choosing between pestilence and the plague. Besides, I'd need the blood of the summoned.
Blood. True. Of the summoned, not necessarily. Here.
Where do you get this?
Geralt, aren't you the curious one? Assume it to be von Everett blood and get on with it.
Where'll I find this Vladimir?
Geralt, I cannot do everything for you. Use your head. The von Evericks are well known in these parts. You must have met someone who's heard of the family. The charming redhead, for instance. The medic. You know the one.
Borsodi's house. No idea how I'm supposed to bring him that.
The only Borsodi I know of around here runs an auction house in Oxenfurt.
Heard of it. My swords almost got auctioned off there once. Auction was held in Novigrad, though it was a while past.
They must have relocated. You just might get an opportunity to ask them why.
Fine, I'll go there. Then what?
How should I know? Perhaps you'll get inspired once you're there. Oh, and take plenty of coin. Have a feeling it could come in handy.
Guess it's high time I got to work.
A bit more enthusiasm, Witcher. You know, you just might enjoy yourself.
Yay, can't wait. Say I need help. Where'll I find you?
I shall find you. Good luck, Geralt.
Maybe it's true what they say.
I've tested the slime samples. I believe I'll be able to brew an antidote.
Good. A pox in an army can prove more ravaging than even their fiercest foe. Your service will be recognized.
How? Will I get a toad-shaped medal?
The army's not got any medal like that.
Geralt? Are you all right? What's that on your face?
Long story.
We're conducting important business. News can catch up later.
Yes. Right. I'll get to work on the antidote. Shouldn't take long.
Tasty number, that medic. Not like a scholar at all.
So, think learned women are ugly as a rule?
Well, it's lucky they're brains, 'cause they've not got beauty. Is that right, lads?
Oh, aye. Mutts, all of them. Hideous things. Wouldn't touch one with a 10L pole.
But this lass is different. Exceptional.
You're a lucky bastard, Witcher. We've seen her making eyes at you. Not like she looks at us. Isn't that right? Admit it. You fancy her too, eh?
Sorry, none of your business.
Come on. Is some kind of secret? You embarrassed? She's quite fetching, and you're, well, none too handsome, but a witcher. Lasses like your type. Come now, fess up. You fancy her or not?
It'd take a blind man to shrug and turn away.
Too true. Meantime, you witches have got especially sharp senses.
Here's the medicine. It's a strong solution, so careful with the dosage. Each patient gets exactly 2 drops after meals, 3 times a day. At the most, in 3-4 days, the infection should recede.
I thank you. In Redania's glorious name.
Serving the Redanian cause now?
I serve individuals. I treat them. That they're Redanians is coincidental. I'd help Nilfgaardians as well were I in a position to. Kedwenis, Edirnian, elves, dwarves, halflings, the same. Come on, Geralt. You know me.
Aside from the incident in the sewers, we last saw each other. Must have been in Vizima.
Yes. Yes. When it was ravaged by the Catriona.
Feels like a century ago. Where have you been? What have you been doing since?
Well, I left Vizima and returned to Oxenfurt. Proceeded to finish my doctorate, and then opened a practice. Shortly thereafter, war broke out, and I was press-ganged into the Redanian Medical Corps.
Yeah, classic Radovid.
Can't complain, really. I've lived at home since the fighting subsided, resumed my practice, and simply treat the ill. Though I must always be ready, for at any time the Redanians might knock with some painfully urgent assignment.
Shani, I need your help this time.
I'd guess this wasn't a social call. All right. Tell me what you need. Is it at all related to that mark on your face? Ah, and you must tell me what happened in the sewers.
Where do I start? All right. Monster in the sewers turned out to be a giant toad, and this toad was actually a prince, and Ophiri wanted that.
And I'm a Kaviri Duchess.
It's the truth, uncolored, I swear. When I killed the toad, some Ophiri soldiers led by a mage showed up, captured me. Man named Gontaro Dim freed me.
Who's this?
Met him a while back in White Orchard. At the time, he claimed he dealt in mirrors.
Mirrors? Buy one from him that grants your wishes?
Something like that. He helped me out of a bind, and now he expects me to fulfill some nobleman's wishes in return. First one's to summon the ghost of his brother, then show him the time of his life.
Amuse a ghost? How do you intend to do that?
Not my chief concern at the moment. Gotta find his grave and summon him first, then we'll see.
But that's necromancy. It's extraordinarily risky and involves higher magic.
Odim told me how to do it. No sorcerers or necromancy involved. Gave me this concoction that summons ghosts. I'll need a sensor, too.
Well, that can be arranged. They keep one in a storehouse at the Academy. I can fetch it for you.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. But I still don't like this.
Neither do I, but I don't really have any options. Gotta summon that ghost.
I understand. Whose ghost is it?
Olgierd von Everek's brother.
Von Everek? In my 3rd year at Oxenfoot, we had to choose an elective. My options were Pearls of Wisdom from the Hierarchs, or Famous Redanian Dynasties. I chose the latter. Here it is. Von Igrid, Von Estiken, Von Everek. It says Olgierd had a brother named Vladimir. He lies in the family crypt near their manor.
Thanks. Knew I could count on you. I'm off.
The crypt's described as quite a work of art. I'd love to see it. Why don't I bring the sensor? We can meet at the entrance.
It's true what they say. The witches prepare a deluge.
Hey-ya! Never seen this side of you.
What side is that?
How do I put this? Your romantic side? Used to seeing you surrounded by bandages and medicine vials, often covered in blood.
That's because you usually come round while I'm at work. Off duty now. Waiting for you, weaving a garland for the wedding.
A wedding? Whose?
A dear friend's. From the Academy. Speaking of which, would you go with me?
Sure, why not?
Wonderful. So, it's a date.
Remember to bring the sensor?
Of course. Some soldiers nearly caught me slipping it into my satchel. Wasn't sure what you needed it for, so I also took a mix of amber, aniseed, and juniper. All rather smoky when lit.
Thanks. Might come in handy.
Shall we?
Let's go.
The tome was spot on. This is impressive.
Yeah, too bad it's falling apart.
The family hit on hard times. No coin to splurge on such luxuries. Ooh, that looks just a little too creepy for me.
Don't have to come if you don't want. Wait here.
I like that idea. If the...
This is no crypt. It's a full-blown mausoleum. Wraiths. Knew this wouldn't be easy. Come on! Last of the surprises? Sure hope so. Should look around. Probably shouldn't touch that. Vladimir von Everek, son of Bohumil and Christina. There you are. Now for the ritual. Gotta spread the incense throughout the crypt, every room. Life and death, fire and blood. Arise as a friend, for I am no foe. Return and walk midst the living, ye who have departed. Arise as a friend, for I am no foe. Return and walk midst the living, ye who hath departed. Arise as a friend, for I am no foe. Arise from the dust, ye whose blood I have brought. Life and death, fire and blood. Time to light the votive fire. Fire and blood, life and death. I summon ye, whose blood I have brought. Fire and blood, life and death.
You have summoned me, stranger. Why?
Name's Geralt. Came to wake the ghost of Vladimir von Everek.
Who you are, and why you've come matter little. For you'll not leave this place alive.
Are you Vlad's ghost?
Who asks after my grandson?
It matters not, Honoratina. What I wonder is how this mortal obtained the family's blood. For von Everek's rise only for von Everek blood.
True. Yet to my knowledge, only one of our line yet lives. Olgierd.
Then we converse with the man who spilled the blood of your grandson, Kestitis.
Mean none of you are Vladimir? It's Olgierd, his brother, who sent me.
You will meet Vlad soon enough. Yet Olgierd, you will never see again.
Show me what you got.
Tear you to shreds.
Kill him, Von.
My. Ornery whoresons those von Evereks, eh?
Who are you?
The rogue you seek. Vladimir von Everek, brother to Olgierd. Forgot I cannot even scratch my stones. Though in point of fact, they've not itched much since I died.
Didn't want to fight your family. They started it.
I'm dead, not blind. I preferred to see how you'd handle those snobby pricks. And Grandmum, too. Besides, what harm could you do them? They're dead as it is. Now tell me how you came into Olgierd's blood. If you hurt him, I fear I shall have to kill you.
Got it from a mutual acquaintance of mine and Olgierd's. I'm here on important business.
I'm a swithing corpse, with no interest in important matters, yours or any other buggers. The sole thing I miss is feasting, corporal diversion, so to speak. But alas...
Get a lot of visitors?
At times, not often. For when someone does drop by, the whole band comes out to play.
Fun-loving family.
True. We're famed for our love of revelry and rumbles. We von Evericks have brawled and raided for generations. It's tradition. Naturally, with raids comes loot, so we always had the means to celebrate right lavishly. Towards the end of my life was when things went sour. But no point poking at old wounds. Just days before I died, my brother claimed he'd found a way to dig us out, restore our state.
Your brother sent me.
How is the old rogue? What I wouldn't give to ride by his side again.
No chance of that happening. Could experience something else, though. Something a corpse should find interesting.
Interesting? Out with it. What do you have in mind?
Listen, Olgierd gave me a job. Odd as it may sound, I need to show you the time of your life.
Is that so? Now that, sir, is a brother. I've been dead for years, yet he still looks after me, after my spirits. How much time do we have?
Think one night should do the trick?
Splendid. Wait just a moment while I hoist my saber and... What the blistering devils?
You're a ghost. Can't grab things.
I keep forgetting. But how am I to revel and rock and fuck? Can't lift a tankard to my lips. Can't wield a saber. Can't squeeze a wench as we dance a jig.
Guess you'll have to do without. Let's go.
I will go nowhere. You're to see I enjoy myself, correct? Well, then think of a way to make it possible.
How?
Revive my flesh.
No can do. Besides, body's probably decomposed.
Then bloody come up with another way. I'll not go anywhere in this state.
Come on, we're wasting time.
I'm not to waste time! Sir, time is all I've left.
You this big a pain in the ass when you were alive, too?
Do not anger me, boy. If I've but one night, I want to revel properly, not watch others enjoy themselves.
So what do you propose?
I've an idea.
Oh no, not gonna happen.
Oh yes. Yes, it is.
Geralt, wake up. Open your eyes. Where are the smelling salts?
Death was a small price to pay to lie on a lap so lovely, and so near the wonders concealed a bit higher.
Have you gone mad?
Yes, as soon as I laid eyes on you, promised to stay and stroke my chin, and I shall spend the rest of eternity in a hound's body, trotting along by your well-turned calves.
Geralt, what's happened to you?
Geralt? I'm Vladimir.
What?
Blast. Fine, give me a moment. Yeah, definitely don't like being possessed.
You'd not have fainted had you not resisted so fiercely.
Geralt, care to explain what's going on here?
It's his fault.
A pleasure to meet you, my sweet.
Whose?
His. You know, Olgierd's brother.
Geralt, there's no one else here.
Seems your lovely maiden friend can neither see nor hear me. There's potential in that.
Leave Shani out of this.
Ah, is that her name? Lovely. A perfect name for a perfect lass.
You're testing my patience.
As you are mine. Can you please explain what's going on here?
Oh, fiery. Temperament matches the drapes.
Listen, I'm supposed to show Vladimir von Everec the time of his life. Turned out, he's a ghost. So, willing or not, I gotta lend him my body.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you're possessed?
Not at the moment. Just now he's standing next to me, coyly grinning at you. But off and on, he'll enter my body. So anything I say or do will actually be him. His mind, his intent.
What if I want to talk to you, not him?
Well, she should approach me and ask me to jump out for a bit.
Just come up and ask him to leave for a while.
I see.
Splendid!
Right then, Sugar Plum. What say you we leave this dank crypt? There's a charming grove nearby where kisses taste sweeter than anywhere else in the world.
I take it you're Vladimir now. Doesn't seem like I'll have trouble telling you apart from Geralt.
My sentiments exactly. Between you and me, this Witcher fellow is an awful bore.
Only sometimes.
Ha! Seems we're kindred spirits. So, off to the nearest hedgerow?
I'm afraid I have to turn you down, dear ghost.
A shame. In that case, point me to the nearest brothel.
I've got a better idea. Just before Geralt entered the crypt to summon you, I invited him to my friend's wedding.
Good heavens. That's damn good luck. No better dancer in all Redania than Vladimir von Everec. My ginger muffin. With me, you shall enjoy an evening to top all others.
Wonderful. I must stop by my home first and change. So, we'll meet at the temple.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Why not?
I'm not fond of temples, see? When alive, I'd only set foot in one to loot it. And in death, I find I despise them all the more. Could we not meet after the ceremony, go straight to the feast?
All right. Seems we've no other option.
Splendid. Then I shall see you at the wedding manor.
I must say, Witcher, a man could lose his head for a lass like that. And that comes from none other than Vladimir von Everec, famed for his taste in women. So tell me, honestly now, man to ghost, are you her paramour? For if so, you have my word, I shall keep my distance. But if not, then the haylofts we shall devastate together.
Let's say we were more than friends, once upon a time.
You tried to hide it, but I smelled a tryst. I know a thing or two about men, you see. A shame, though. I'd have satisfied her well. But no cavalier would rut in another's garden. So, Witcher, time for the wedding?
Let's go.
Onward. I'll be right behind you. You're quite the fool if you've not plowed her yet.
Keep your paws off her.
I'm to enjoy myself. Can I help it that I best like tumbles in the hay with fleshy lasses? This whole witcher's life, what's it like?
Don't want to know.
If indeed I didn't, I'd not have asked. Go on, tell me.
You wouldn't like it.
Bloody fine mount.
Spooking my horse. Roach doesn't like ghosts. We need to wait.
This is very romantic.
Fuck off.
Behold, wars have started over uglier wenches. Well, raids have been undertaken at least.
True, she looks lovely. Let's go.
Whoa, whoa, hold. Mean to go in wearing that?
What else?
Have you seen how she's dressed? I'll not parade at that jewel's side in a rank tunic. You need a robe. One daren't attend a wedding in anything less.
Don't happen to have a robe handy.
What do you mean? What about that?
Oh no, we're not gonna steal.
Come now, we're merely borrowing.
Ah, this'll do wonderfully. Perfect fit. It feels tailor-made. Now, for shoes. One must wear shoes to a wedding. And we must be neat. May they draw and quarter me if I've ever seen a lovelier lass.
Nothing left of you to draw and quarter, alas.
Doe eyes, a swan's soft supple neck, and a waist so slim you could grip it one-handed.
You're actually quite amusing this way.
You see? Geralt's been a pill, a nag. That all changes today.
Dramatically, I'd say. He's never been very talkative to start with.
He's been a fool, but I shall make up for that now. Will you marry me?
A big step, but I will think about it. For now, we should simply enjoy my friend's wedding. May I please speak to Geralt for a moment?
Whatever for. This evening is about my pleasure, not his.
Just for a moment, then you can jump right back in.
Be quick. I'll not stand here doing naught. I'm to enjoy myself.
Geralt, I'm about to introduce you to the newlyweds. Please make sure your friend doesn't embarrass me.
I can't make him do anything. All that nonsense is his. I feel like an ass saying it.
I liked some of that nonsense.
We'll talk later. Let's go to this wedding. The sooner the ghost has his fun, the sooner this'll be over.
Finally, something that's not utter tripe. We shall dance till the break of dawn.
You get till midnight and not a second longer.
That's not enough. I shan't even get properly soused by midnight. let alone...
Make an effort. I'm sure you'll manage. You get to frolic and carouse till midnight. That's our deal. Then there's the capping. Then you go back where you came from.
So be it.
This way, my strawberry. Ah, hello world, I'm back. I'll be damned. A proper wedding. Overladen tables, plenty of worthy drinking companions, and a swarm of fair maids. But none compared to you, my dear rhubarb. Beware of the dog, Shani. Judging by the size of its house, the mutt must be big as a horse.
Thanks for your concern, but the doghouse is empty.
They let a man-eater like that run free? Have the wedding guests been warned? Seems we are indeed in for a cracking good time.
What a lovely rowan. I remember making necklaces of the fruit when I was a child.
Ah, the berries make for splendid hooch. Olgerd and I brewed in our teething years.
I shall introduce you to the newlyweds now. Try to behave.
For you, my rowan petal, I'd do anything.
Look! Look!
Come. Time to meet and be greeted.
I shan't stray a step from your side.
Time to say hello. Be nice now.
We'd have trekked from Kavir if we'd had to.
Once more, all the best in your new life.
Thank you.
It's us now. Dearies, blessings rain down upon you.
May you live in health and happiness. Harmony and love forever last betwixt you.
Thank you, from the bottom of our hearts.
Now go. Enjoy the feast.
Our turn. My dear friend Aldona and her chosen one, Jonas.
It's an honor. The sun shine brightly on this new path in your lives. I am
This is my friend of yesteryear, Geralt of Rivia.
Yes, 'tis I, Geralt, a witcher. Heartfelt thanks for your hospitality. I adore weddings. The brides especially. So fragrant, so tasty, I could...
Righto. I'm sure we'll all have a splendid time.
We've chewed the fat enough. Time's a-wasting.
Are you, expected elsewhere?
Me? Ha! I simply cannot wait to sample your liquors and dance with the local matrons.
Jonas and I invited more than a few lovely maidens. Perhaps one of them will catch your eye.
Oh, that's for damn certain.
And perhaps you will catch one of their...
It'd be nice, certainly, but I shan't be terribly bothered if it's not the case. Come, let's drink.
He arrived, that's certain. I saw him myself. Look, look.
Do you need help?
Shani, darling. Oh, you shan't believe what's happened. I'm marrying off my only daughter. Wanted a proper wedding for her, wild revelry. So I hired a true fire eater. You know, woo scoop, sizzle, sizzle.
Ooh, I've not seen that sort of trickery.
Horribly dear diversions of that sort. He journeyed here from Novigrad.
But I'll not squeeze coppers on my daughter, oh no. The groom's family have us for paupers, but we'll show them how wrong they are.
Seems we won't, in fact, for our fire swallowers has gone as last Yule's pudding.
Groom's hound chased him off. That blasted demon. Ugh, they sure named it right.
Calm yourself, Dumpling. Master Witcher's here now. Perhaps he can aid us.
You needn't worry. The Witcher, that is, I, will find this swallower of heated things.
Mighty generous offer, but no one knows where to look.
Matters not. Witchers, that is, we have our ways. The Flame Gulper, what did he look like?
He wore a jester's cap. Typical sort. Ought to be enough to identify him.
I shall find him.
We thank you, and hope for the best.
Awfully nice of you to offer your help, but are you sure you're up to it? You're not actually a Witcher, Vladimir.
I wish to find this magician. Give it a go, all right? But you cannot help me. I must do it alone. I expect it will be great fun.
Fine. Don't have to do this, but if I were you, I'd find the dog's tracks, follow its trail. Just a thought.
Excellent advice. I'll take it.
Shani, Vladimir and I need to find the Fire Eater. If we're not back by midnight, then...
Relax. We'll be back in no time. I believe in you.
Tally-ho. Adventure awaits.
So much coin, all for naught. I do hope the mutant can find the Fire.
The dog made these tracks true, but a small one. Yet judging by its house, Demon is a hulk, but beggars can't choose their tracks. A bone, so I shall follow these. I've only ever seen two like this. One in an anthill, the other when I caught a hen after not eating for a week. Its bowl is chipped. Tried to devour its bowl along with its supper. Daft mutt. The hound tore its chain off the wall. Underfed, it seems. Or else the ash liquor really boiled the mutt's blood.
The cap, what do you want, Geralt? Following some dog's trail? Not exactly how I imagined this wedding. Think I'll wait here.
Wonderful, my juicy pair. I shall continue my travails while you rest. Shan't be long now.
How goes the search?
No discoveries of note as yet, but I shan't give up. This Witcher work suits me swimmingly. A broken branch. As if one too heavy sought to scamper up this tree. Seems our Fire Eater swallows a great deal more than fire. Or perhaps someone was merely gathering kindling. Ah, there is joy in this ferreting. A spark spitter's cap, if ever I've seen one. As jesterly as they come. Chap must have lost it running from Demon. Two conclusions, then. Our magician is fat, and a coward.
Anyone at all?
Missing man, missing mutt.
Am I seeing this right? That gammy puss ran up a tree to escape that puppy.
Guess so. You, get down.
Oh no, no bloody chance. I value my life.
What do we do?
Sit.
Now that is power. If I'd had that, the Horsons never would have gutted me. Make it do some volley. Roll about on the ground. That sort of sport.
No.
Oh, could you be any more of a bore? I'll do it myself.
Roll over.
Were I to command it to eat its own tail, it would do so, right?
Demon, doghouse now.
Now what have you done? Why ever? Ruin my fun.
Have it at the wedding. Climb down. Man-eating beast's gone, as you can see.
You sure it won't return?
Positive.
Better safe than sorry, I always say.
Geralt, this jester is drunk as a skunk. I hope he's not polished off that bottle yet.
I saved your life, man. Do you not at least owe me a sip?
Course. Bottoms up.
I say, cracking good mead. Now I understand why you wanted some private time with it.
Fine mead, true. But I was fleeing an hound. Hound? But it was a monster. A furry, faggy devil. They chose a fitting name for it.
You can forget about performing in your state.
And just what state would that be?
Look at yourself, man. You're a tramp, can barely stand, let alone perform.
First off, that's bollocks. Second, I'm a fire eater, not a stilt walker. Standing straight ain't a requirement.
Oh, you shan't pull the wool over my eyes. I know your type. Now, here's the plan. We shall head down this path till we arrive at the wedding. You'll have sobered by then.
But...
Silence. Do you know me, sir? When a nobleman speaks, you listen. You will stay close at my side. We will return to the wedding, where you will put on a show to make our honored guests soil their breeches from joy. Got it?
Yes.
Good. Then let's be off. Keep calm. Stay close.
I shan't stray a step. Wild animals behind every stump in these woods. Yes! Bear!
Bear? That? As much as your cock's a tent pole. Hide, you blind fool.
Save me! Another...
Tell me, are bears often boar-shaped in your experience?
Got weak eyes, see? Besides, I'm a fire eater, not some damn naturalist.
Indeed you are not, Master... believe I failed to ask. What do they call you?
David Altonsborough.
Listen here, Master Hattonsborough. Stay close, and no harm will come to you. I'll see to it your drunken, fire-spitting gob gets to the wedding safe and sound. The missing fire blower is missing no more. It was my doing, if I may say so myself.
And Demon? What's with him?
He failed to return.
No, he did. He's just acting mighty strange.
Seems to be in a muddle of sorts. Got as much life in him as a carrot.
Might have eaten some nightshade or whatnot.
Your attention, please. I invite all to witness a spectacle unrivaled. A man so bold as to eat fire!
We must watch the trickery. Never saw anything like it while alive.
Let's go kill some monsters.
My first Witcher contract. Done. Fire Eater found. His ass saved. If I could live again, I'd be a Witcher for damn certain.
Drink with us.
I never say no to a lady. To your fair beauty. And to yours, Shani, naturally.
Your elfin happiness. Fortune smile upon you, White Wolf.
Oh! Of all these flowers, you, my dear, are the loveliest.
Believe the young man's mistaken me for another.
Not at all. I like my women as I like my peaches. The ladder begs us to scamper to its top, where we can converse.
Then let us scamper.
But how so? Just like that?
There are... Let's sit. Come now.
Just like that?
I'm all ears. What would you have us talk about? I'm sorry, converse about.
Well, when it comes right down to it...
Yes?
You see, the thing is...
Come now, spit it out. Yes, just as I thought. Come, it's time we returned.
What's just as you thought? I find you intimidating.
Loudly lowing cows only ever give a little milk.
I've only ever dealt with simple maids, whereas you're a surgeon. I believe I was right not to just take you and... Well, I was right to take the more romantic approach.
Oh, all right. Now come, we were to enjoy ourselves. Let's do just that. No more.
Your health, Sir Dwarves. May your beards grow long, but never tangle round your ankles.
To the young lovers, may their loins never cool. May they sire many a bairn and reap God's coin.
If I may, Shani, I'd show you how I cut a jig, nimble as a leopard.
Don't let me stop you.
By the way you move, what charm, what grace.
Thanks.
Look at them fools falling over themselves to catch a painted pig. Smearing their wedding garb with muck. Where are you going? No! Please, no!
What sport is this? Blustering about after pigs, are you?
Lads are racing to be crowned King of the Swineherds and win the prize that comes with it for their wench. Lady, meaning.
And the rules? One must be a swineherd's son to enter, I suppose?
Nay, any man can try his luck. All you need is to herd the piggies dabbed in yellow into the pen.
Sounds like damned foolish nonsense. But why not give it a try?
We'd be honoured. Get that cripple out of there! Couldn't chase his own wench into a bed, let alone a pig into a pen. Let the Witcher give it a run.
Shame there's no painter here. It's a moment worth immortalizing for posterity.
Watch my movements, Shani. I'm spry as a cat and sly as a fox. I'll show these imbeciles how one chases a porker. Come on, piggy. Nice and cozy pen for you.
Guards!
You see that, Shani? One pig penned. Feel foolish peasants? Learned a lesson from your better? Are the pigs penned? Indeed they are.
Whoa, Master Witcher. What were the trickery back there, the fancy finger twisting?
I know. Seen that afore. Witcher told a lad to go hang himself, drew some flowers in the air with his hand, and the man lost his mind.
Meaning you cheated, and shan't be crowned King of the Swineherds.
Shawnee, what is it Geralt says in these situations? Damn it.
Yes, that's it.
Damn it. Now for what I say. Go shove rakes up your asses, you peasant curs. Do I look anything like a swineherd? Come, Shawnee. I've had enough of these hay seeds. Forgive me, Shawnee. I've let you down.
Are you worried about that pig? Oh, you needn't be.
We're here as a couple. I wanted to win you that thing.
Really? It's unimportant. Nothing at all.
Tell me, Shawnee, what's the key with you?
What do you mean?
I'm on the prowl. That's clear. In Geralt's name and flesh, of course. But still. Yet the more I woo you, the less you seem ready to succumb. So I ask myself, what am I missing?
Perhaps you're just not my type. Considered that?
Rubbish. I'm every lass's type.
Is that so? Prove it.
With pleasure. Show me a lass, and I'll have her eating out of my hand in the blink of an eye.
That one, with the garland.
Splendid choice. Now observe as Vladimir von Everegg does his thing. Now, who have we here?
Do I know you?
That's the crux of it. We've not met. I've had to endure half a lifetime without you.
An entire lifetime, more like.
A moment, my dear. Do not sabotage me, Shawnee. That would not be fair.
Fine, fine. I'll stay out of your way.
My sweet, you are no mere maid, but a marvel of nature. And now, at last, fate knocks at your door.
But I don't know rightly.
You needn't know anything. I know it all for us both. I shall make a true lady of you. Arm in arm, we'll grace the finest salons.
Salons? But really? Actual salons? In Novigrad? And how?
In Novigrad, Oxenfurt, why, in Kovir as well. Wherever you wish. Let's make haste to the barn. There, everything will be made clear.
Lesky, step away from the man.
Who the devils are you?
We're the Mrs. Brothers, and we swore to our da on his dying day we'd keep those of your ilk far from her.
Easy, lads. No harm done. An innocent conversation with an innocent miss. The kind weddings are for.
We all heard your innocent talk. Wanted to draw her to the barn. What were you gonna do there? Talk some more?
Naturally. We would speak. But first, we would dance. Now tell me, what sort of fool wouldn't want to dance with a beauty like her?
Find another beauty, or I'll dance with you myself, just after I'd grab me a fence post.
Geralt, you saw it. I tried to resolve this peacefully, but they wish to fight. Suits me just fine. Sounds like wonderful fun. Fence boards right over there for the taking.
Fear eat your stones?
That's the last ploughing straw. No one accuses Vladimir von Everett of cowardice.
Calm down, boys. Don't want to fight you.
Too damn bad, because we're gonna tan your mutant freak hide.
That does it! Rah! Hey-ya!
Show us what you got.
Hot damn, boy. You needn't ask me twice. Fence boards. The perfect weapon for sweaty-ass swineherds.
Perfect fit for your job, you ploughing gentle foot.
Never in my life have I reveled so fiercely. Step up. Who else wants a shave? Had enough peasant spawn? Got yourself a match for a Von Everett? A witcher? Away with you. Begone. I've tired of looking at your slack-jawed yaps. Where to, my love? I was to turn you into a lady.
Geralt, you must explain I was not at fault. They lunged at me. Well, go on, chase her.
In your dreams.
There it is. You fucked up. She's gone. Is that how you woo the ladies?
You always that charming in life?
It worked. More often than not.
Listen, tongue and fists on a leash from now on. Have your fun, but don't beat the wedding guests. With my hands.
Fine. I shall try. Uh-oh. Shani approaches. Unlikely to be happy, eh?
You made this mess. You do the explaining.
Oh, all right.
Your methods... quite unusual. To woo a woman by beating up her brothers. Creative. Wonder what else you have up your sleeve.
My dear girl, what don't I have up my sleeve? I'd gladly demonstrate. Perhaps behind the barn?
I think you've demonstrated enough. Let's just enjoy ourselves, all right? You don't have all that much time left.
Your wish is my command, milady. I'd never deny a maid so fair-featured. Off we go. Ah, my kind of tune. Let's do some dancing.
In my experience, witches and dancing don't exactly mix.
Today they mix like fire and oil, my love. We'll dance the barn down. Faster, faster until we expire.
And now, a special treat for our special guests. The Witcher Geralt and his enchanting partner, Shani. Musicians, something lovely for the loving couple.
At last, music for our loving embrace. Come, Shani. It's time you discovered my romantic side.
Oh, you're rather good at this.
a chair could dance a jig with you as its partner.
Oh, how humble you are.
I strive to be, yet should the need arise, I can strut as proud as any peacock.
Perfect combination. Women must love you.
Well, not to brag, but
Call it idle curiosity, but how many have you had?
many. And not a scrub hag among them, I should add. Women with true class, all, though none to match your charms. Seems the music in the evening draw to a close. Know how a true dancer thanks his lovely partner.
Not sure I do. What are you doing? Have you lost your mind?
I have my mind, my heart for you.
We must agree. You can say whatever you please, but you should keep your hands to yourself. Understood?
Don't be upset, my peach. I couldn't resist.
I'm not upset. Just next time, don't lunge at me like that.
I'd had a long fast, so to speak. Hunger overwhelmed me. But yes, next time I shall ask. Shawnee, may I kiss you?
You're incorrigible. Could I talk to Geralt for a moment?
What for? He'll have nothing of interest to say. The man's a drip.
Please.
Very well.
See how I've reeled her in? Now don't fuck this up.
Geralt, I'm curious what it's like when that ghost's inside you. Do you feel anything? Have any control?
I feel everything. Don't have any control over what I do or say, though. Why do you ask?
Because I wonder what it would have been like to dance with you. Just you.
Probably I'd have done what he did. Still like to.
Then why don't you? Well, answer me.
Thing is, normal folk don't act like Vladimir von Everett.
Because they are churls.
Don't be too hard on him. All in all, he's actually rather fun.
Ha! See that? I'm fun. And you've got a pike so far up your ass, you can't wear hats.
Happened to see the man who announced your song?
Yes, he acted as though he knew me, but we've never met. I'm surprised. Who is he?
Gonter O'Dim, Master Mirror. Wonder what he's doing here.
Then perhaps you should just ask him.
Yeah, he didn't show up without a reason. Need to talk to him.
Consider that he might have simply been nearby and dropped it on a whim.
Promise you this much. He never does anything simply. And certainly not on a whim.
Bah! I was to make merry, carouse. Yet here I've stood the last 5 minutes, listening to you talk. I'm going back in.
Better. Come, Shawnee. The night beckons us not to jabber it away. The night is young. Come, let's do something wild.
This little gingerbread. It's a cowardly fool. A legend. A dark, obscure object.
That gingerbread's naught but flour, honey, eggs and spices.
I beg to differ, madame. You omit the most important ingredient in gingerbread. Time.
What sort of balderdash is he feeding them?
Quiet. If you listen, you'll learn.
Time? What do you mean, time? An ingredient?
Time gives the proper consistency. Time provides that ideal crunch on the outside, the delicious moistness within.
So how much of this time does it take?
That you will not find in any recipe. You must surrender to your senses. Let them lead you so close to time, you touch it. Let you sniff it, stroke it even. Time. Time is the key. Greetings, Shani. I must introduce myself. Gaunter O'Dim. My, what a lovely dress. The color suits you exquisitely.
Thanks. I've heard a lot about you, but no one mentioned cooking. Seem to know quite a bit about gingerbread.
Quite simply, I know a lot about everything.
Is that so? What do you know about me?
That you were ever the worst brother. That you envied Olgierd from your earliest days, and always wished to be just like him.
Rubbish. I never envied my brother.
Of course you did. He was a shining role model. Olgierd ran faster, shot truer, lifted greater weights. Olgierd learned to read first, although you tried your damnedest to beat him. As you grew up, he had his pick of girls, whereas you made do with the leftovers.
I apologize, Shani. I'm rather sorry you have to hear this.
Stop fooling yourself. Shani isn't here for you. She's here for Geralt. Even after death, you still play the pale imitation. Oh, by the way, Olgierd's a much better dancer.
You lying dog. That's my brother. I loved him.
The question is, were you as dear to him as he seems to have been to you?
He made a hero of me in death. In my last battle, in truth, I was far from valiant. 5 came at me. I'll not deny it. I fled. I hid in a cellar, yet they found me. Cornered me like a rat. But Olgierd told everyone I flew at all 5. Took them on all at once. Alone.
I'm rather curious how you know all this.
Olgierd visits my grave. Often. Pours a drink for me. Gets soused himself. And talks of the old times. He cannot see me, but I hear his every word.
Well, perhaps one day he'll say something very surprising.
What are you getting at?
I shan't disturb you any longer. Have a splendid time, for time is short.
Shani, I'm sorry,
It's all right. That was... Oh, forget him. We're here to enjoy ourselves, right? Let's go. The night's still young.
All lies. Not a word of truth.
Don't let it bother you.
Olgierd was not just my brother. More importantly, he was my best mate.
Let it go. I believe you. And now revel on. Time won't wait. Well, as I talk to him.
Mark this day.
No, just lives
For
down
your
there.
eyes will not witness a
Tomorrow we do it.
Perhaps you'd care to sit down to some Gwent with us?
Most certainly would. You needn't ask twice, midget.
No need for insults.
I'm sorry. I meant no offense.
Were that true? You wouldn't have called him a midget.
I've apologized. What else would you have me do? Bring him flowers?
I'd have you play and stop talking.
Let us play, gentlefolk.
What's your wager?
Everything. The whole lot. I'm all in.
I never knew you to be such a gambler.
You shall see many new sides of me this night, my dear. Many large sides.
Normally we play that the loser's got to wear the ass ears.
I needn't care. I shan't lose.
You lose, Witcher. Hand over the wager. Everything.
Perhaps we could reach an arrangement?
No weaseling out of this. Hand over the coin.
What do we do now?
Feel good losing somebody else's coin?
I meant to win, give you the coin. I've no need for it in the grave.
But you lost, so now I've got to pay up.
I say, he talking to himself? Roaring drunk already, that's it.
We can't fleece a drunk. Have him don the cap and we'll call it even.
Just a minute. Bloke needs a lesson. I say he dons the cap and gives us 5% of the coin he has.
Hear that? Agreed. 5% is yours, and I shall wear the cap. Never fear. A man must do what a man must do, and Vladimir von Everek's a man among men.
Hear that? So sloshed he thinks he's Vladimir von Everek.
Rogue's long dead, by my reckoning.
Exactly.
Those ears. You look, interesting.
Time to drink! We are at a wedding.
Aye, let's drink. My time's as short as you are, friends.
To the Witcher and his betrothed.
Hear that, Shani? My betrothed. Know what that means?
No. What?
It means we should act as befits the betrothed.
And what's that mean?
I woo you, you resist. But it all ends as everyone knows it must. Ah, the merriment. Good show indeed. Let's continue the ball.
All of them is, mate.
I think you look...
What's taking you so long?
As to talk to us.
Seen what he pulled from the water? An old pot?
Mayhaps his lass wears pots for shoes, in case she can't find a privy.
You were supposed to fish out my slipper.
Am I to dance now with one foot bared? 'Tis a wedding. I've got to wear slippers.
Oh, look, dearie, I did. Take there. Muck must have sucked it deep in.
Well, poke your paws in there. Rut for it. Rubbish game.
What's all this, then?
They're playing slip in for a slipper. Never heard of it?
Never. Us gentry folk have other diversions. What's the object?
Maid tosses a shoe in the water. A man's got to dive in and fish it out.
Look, mutations don't just turn them barren as a mule, they give them an ass's ears to boot. Must have some other horse part hidden in his trousers.
Oh, my.
Oh, there's more to come. Prime game. Shawnee, your slipper. I shall prove I'd dive to any depth for you. Observe, Shawnee.
My eyes are glued.
Seems to think the slipper.
Just when you think you know all the plowfolk's customs, they surprise you with slippers.
So now the shock's faded. Perhaps you could stop talking and fish out my shoe, which I so unfortunately lost in the pond.
Damn mucky, that pond. Sank in up to my armpits.
I see no amount of silt could keep you from my shoe. And all the other shoes ever tossed in the lake.
Always better to do a bit more and even gain naught by it than to do too little and face regret.
Oh, that's quite the theory.
One founded in practice. For instance, I can now approach the owner of any of these slippers, and she will lift up her skirt and bend over. To don it, of course.
Ah, so generous. And clever.
Just figuring that out? I believe I've earned a kiss.
Well, find the owners of those shoes. One might agree.
Don't be jealous, Shawnee. That was but a jest. I don't give a piffle about the others. Oh, well. Recognize this, Cinderella.
My shoe?
Now extend your supple leg and let me slide it in. That is, on.
Thank you.
See how quick he come up with a shoe.
Nothing like a good swim. Now we must do something else. Something wild.
Losing shoes in lakes has ever been much of a problem at my place.
Thick you are. It ain't about fishing up shoes. It's about what else he might do a proper job of.
I shall do the impossible. I shall breathe fire.
My dad doesn't like
stage.
Are you an elf?
Your eyes will not witness a feat so daring anytime soon.
I'll leave you for a moment. As a bridesmaid, I need to be by the bride for the capping.
Go on, Shani. I'll manage fine alone. Ladies and gentlemen, this night I've tasted of life's delights so fiercely, I've decided to make a speech.
Geralt, there's no need.
So be it. If there's no demand, I shan't supply. But it would have been a beautiful speech.
It's almost midnight. Time for the capping.
You're a bridesmaid, Shani. Take your place.
The midnight chime has struck. The capping times are come. What thoughts in young hearts prance? What dreams make young blood run? Be they nice, be they vice, of jestily or lordly stance, out they'll come in this hour's dance.
Toast the lovely couple and give them a few weeks, and we'll toast the lovely Ben with its pale and puffy cheeks. Don't you mind our song? We don't sing to be unkind. We sing so we can empty yet another stein. Bride's one love eternal, bridegroom best beware, or she'll make you a cold goat in the coming year. What's the groom a-thinking? A storm upon his brow. Must be second guessing if you'll get that cow. You'll get the cow, lad, the bull, the calf, the hay. So drink and be merry, 'tis your wedding day.
Whoever caught the garland shall be next to wed.
That really necessary?
It came rushing back in a torrent. How we caroused at Olgierd's wedding. I couldn't resist. Had to pen a few words. Will you give him the letter?
I will.
Thanks. You're a good chap, Witcher. Dull as dirt, but good. A lovely custom. Blushing maids, twirling in dance. Their hair swirling freely, their bodices undone. They're bouncing...
Will you stop?
Did you see it? Shani caught the garland. She'll be next to marry as peasant superstition has it.
Maybe. Doesn't matter. It's past midnight. Time for you to go back to the crypt.
I can't! I'm not finished here.
It's past midnight. You can take off those lovely ears. Only if you want to, of course.
Lovely as they are, think I'll put them away for now.
Is Vladimir's ghost gone?
You see? She asks after me. Misses me already.
I'm here, my ever-loving tulip. That kiss as we danced made my head so light. A team of hellish stallions could not tear me away before I receive one more. Or two more. Or as many as you'll give.
You seem to have enjoyed yourself. I'm glad.
A kiss. I knew it would end this way. An end that is but a beginning.
No, it's just an end. It's after midnight. Your time has come.
Ah, we needn't fret such trifles. Death's not come to claw me back, so why not continue our revels?
What's Geralt think about that? You gave your word.
Shani, darling, I'm dead. Can't expect too much from a corpse.
Vladimir von Everec, go back whence you came. Please.
Stay out of this.
Stop! I beg you! Stop!
Get ye hence, or I'll take you with me, and your mouldy crypt will look like paradise in comparison. The choice is yours.
Don't torture him.
I promise he'll not die.
Gods, what is this?
What did you do to him?
Sent him back whence he came.
I hope you didn't hurt him.
I disposed of a pest. There was no need for you to suffer his cheek any longer. Geralt had finished his task, you see, so...
Yes, I know. As soon as he finishes one task, he needs to rush off to the next.
Who knows? Perhaps this time will be different. I saw you looking at each other, and it just so happens I also know the history you share.
You do? How?
Shani, darling, would you ask an eagle how it knows how to fly? Regardless, what matters is Vladimir von Everett will bother you no more.
I'd like to stay longer, but...
Don't make excuses, Geralt. I'm not angry. A witcher has to ply his trade, follow his path. As for me, well, perhaps I expected too much of this wedding. Got the wrong impression.
Not sure I understand.
Never mind. I should find Aldona. I am her bridesmaid, after all.
Ah, there it is. The face of a man who's failed to understand a woman.
You understand her?
Of course. Women are simple. The problem is that men are hopeless fools. Your friend will now make a show of being hurt, pick her some flowers, or bring her a drink. She'll get over it in a snap.
Rather manage without your advice, thank you.
She cares for you. You have feelings for her. Don't overthink it. Surrender to spontaneous honesty. Nothing more beautiful in human relationships. You needn't end like Aldona and Jonas. Besotted fools bound by a contract they'll never escape. Seize the night. Seize your chance. Enjoy one another. That's it. Have fun.
Something.
It ought to lift her spirits. A sip of something strong never hurt anyone. Question is, will it cheer her up? Here's hoping Shani's a happy drunk.
Still here? Thought you had to meet Olgierd.
You and I see each other so rarely. Figured Olgierd could wait till morning. Brought you some mead. Best medicine for a troubled soul.
Thanks.
Wedding's still in full swing, but your face, I'd say you were at a funeral. Why so sad?
Sad? Not really. It's just... After I caught the garland, I realized something. The years are flying by, yet all I ever do is study, pump stomachs, and reattach limbs. All alone.
You got me.
For how long? A day? 2? Don't get me wrong. It's nice, but you come and go. Yet I need someone who'll be there every night when I come home. After a day of bandaging wounds and sewing up guts, I need a good glass and a good laugh with someone who'll help me forget it all for a moment.
I get it. And yeah, could never be there for you every day. But I am happy to see you always. And today, I'm all yours.
Well, in that case, let's drink to tonight.
To tonight. May the moment last.
I'm afraid the drink's got into our minstrels. Horribly off-key.
Let's go for a walk.
Good idea. Did you enjoy the wedding?
Not half bad. Might have even enjoyed myself if I hadn't had to argue with a madman's ghost, be his puppet. Gotta admit, though, thanks to him, I did experience a lot of things I might have missed otherwise.
Mean chasing a dog through the woods, or brawling, fence board in hand?
Forgetting something. There was also a kiss.
True. Though that was so clearly Vladimir. I nearly forgot you were involved at all.
His will, sure, but my body felt everything. Reminded me of the old times.
Vizima, you mean? Oh, I thought you'd forgotten our whole Catriona story.
Epidemics long forgotten, sure. But the romantic bits in that adventure? Don't plan to forget those.
You needn't worry about our finances, sir. My workshop, business is booming.
Good. I'm relieved to hear it. See, coin's tied to Torrent, but don't tell the old battle-axe. She'd be furious if she learned to let it slip.
Never you worry, sir. My lips are sealed as the grave. Us menfolk need to stick together.
Sir. Enough of that. I'm Vassy. But you can call me Dar.
Oh, thank you, Dar. I feel honoured. Let's drink on it.
Seems the families are bonding.
A bride's father and his son-in-law? Stiff at first, but add drink and they bond or slap each other silly.
I was afraid the wedding wouldn't happen at all.
Mean the differences in wealth?
Mm-hmm. Jonas's family didn't consider Aldona worthy.
Clear they love each other, though. Parents usually give in if that's the case.
Oh, I don't know. My mother would never accept an unfit beau, even if I insisted I loved him, had chosen him.
Doubt your mother's that unbending? You'd win her over, I'm sure.
I haven't managed to yet.
You only ever bring home fiddlers, jugglers, and witchers?
No, but she'd want me to choose someone wealthy, or with a good trade, well brought up.
Nothing wrong with that, is there?
I guess not, but it's hard to find one like that who's still even slightly amusing.
That's probably true.
Tell that to my mother. She actually thinks I should have found a husband at the academy. But I didn't. Ugh. I'm certain she thinks there's something horribly wrong with me.
Oh, please, Shani. It's the 13th century. Women don't go to the academy to find a husband. They go to learn, pursue their passion. You did that. I'm sure your mother appreciates it. You got a doctorate, have your own practice, been at the front lines many times. You're a good person. Not a thing wrong with you.
Really think so?
Really. Look, the brave brothers.
Drank themselves stiff as the boards they tore from the fence.
Wonder where the sister is. Couldn't protect her from a cheeky 4-year-old in their condition.
If they hadn't intervened, you'd have gone for a tumble in the hay with her. She was willing, if you ask me.
I wasn't in the mood. Would have resisted, tried to regain control.
I think you would have seized the opportunity.
I don't need opportunities like that.
Changed your style.
Let's say I've grown choosy.
You say that as if you've already picked.
'Cause I have. Guess who?
Ooh, gorgeous.
Been thinking about that kiss.
What kiss?
The one Vladimir planted on your lips, with my lips. Just wondering if it would have felt any different without him there.
That I cannot tell you.
Only one way to find out.
So, how'd it compare?
Definitely rather kiss you alone, of my own free will. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe Vladimir was after more than a kiss. Said so openly, in fact.
All true. He was very direct, I'll give him that. Which, on occasion, has its advantages.
You're right. Can save a lot of time.
So, how do you stand today, Geralt? Have some time to waste with me? Or would you rather go back now?
Promised you this night. Aim to keep my word. And I aim to be direct. Even more so than Vladimir.
Sounds interesting.
Interesting is what interesting does.
Rats. Pier's taken.
Got a feeling it's about to free up.
How did you know?
I'm clairvoyant.
Practically full.
Be ashamed to let it go to waste.
Besides, we leave it here, a very drunk person could find it, drink themselves into even more trouble. And I swore a solemn oath. First of all, do no harm.
You're the medic. Recommendation? Hey, leave some for me.
We need to drink fast, before they catch us. Come on, let's hide. Row me to the moon.
Gotta fly to get to the moon.
You're dead wrong. Look, it's right there, in the middle of the lake. What are you doing?
What one usually does on the moon. Awake already?
For a while now. Did you know you've gained 27 new scars since we last saw each other?
Keeping count?
Mm-hmm. I do that sometimes.
Did we make it to the moon?
Forgotten already?
No, not the sort of thing you forget.
Exactly.
Sound like you wish you could.
No, I certainly won't forget that. And I definitely don't regret it. But I do need to sort it all out in my head. Alone.
Shawnee, wait. Before you go, need to ask you a favor.
Yes?
It's about Olgierd. Seems a mysterious man. Can't escape the impression his story's more complicated than I thought. Could you look into it? See if you can learn something?
Sure. Be glad to.
Thanks. Be seeing you.
Yes. See you later, Geralt.